Alright, so now it's the star episode for World 2, where I've gotten the 5 robots saved already, and now there's going to be probably an hour of me wandering around and fiddling with things and doing a bunch of jump cuts so you guys get a better experience out of it while I try to get the last 4 stars, one of which is right there in the middle of this lake, taunting me. By the way, found out you can just run through this. Game does not particularly care that you're underwater, so long as it's not outside the boundaries of one of those islands in the overworld. So that's good to know. I guess I should have known that because I had to go underwater to get to the Swapper Easter egg in the main campaign. So that's one Easter egg location. I mean, not Easter egg, star location. The second star we need to find. And this could happen in any order. There's one hanging out above this test chamber. There it is. Up in the sky. There's one down here behind this gate. Yeah, there it is. Oh, weird. I just noticed that there's a fan under that star. So that star is probably how you get the other star then, because if you point the 2 fans at each other, it'll probably stop you in the middle or something and give you the opportunity to try to get the to try and grab the star at the bottom. And then the final star location is way over here in one of the test chambers, and just like the one that's way up in the sky. Basically, the 2 that are not in the bottom pit, I think both need to be unlocked by, well, everything has to be unlocked by lasers, but I think I have to find a way to shoot lasers around in here. These are all solved puzzles from the last episodes. There's a star sitting here in plain sight with these 2 jokers, and that's a relatively easy fix. I just need to get the red laser in here, because there's 2 jammers in this room, which makes it easy to take out the threats. But the red laser is going to be interesting, because there's no red laser in this test chamber. And that's kind of the MO. Now I just need to figure out which one I want to try to take care of first. Alright, I'm going to put these jammers up here, now that I've bunny hopped them through the whole system. Because I want them to be available, because when those things wake up, I don't know where they'll go. But anyway, here the laser is set up, pointed at the connector. It's pointed at another connector, and there's the front door. So if I can get a red laser pointed at this chamber, that opens up and I get that star using those jammers to get rid of the threat. Question is where the red laser comes from. At one point I thought it was going to come from down there, because you could levitate a laser point that seemed to go really high in the air, but because that chamber is so deep underground, even when it's levitating, I don't think it's going to be high enough to be seen over these rocks that are clearly put here to block that kind of thing. So, next logical thing is, I want to try that levitating thing over there. Maybe I can get a red laser pointed this way from over there. Question is, what kind of angle is that going to be in? There's enough open area in there that I could probably place that. Let's preemptively move this. I'll preemptively move it somewhere where it's more likely to be in line of sight, like right here. Let's see if I can get a red laser to come in here from the weird floating ring puzzle. So I'm connecting the laser to make it fall down. Come on down, baby. I'm gonna grab it and get on here. That's a really freaky sight still. Alright. There's the red red source around here, and it's the highest one we're gonna get. And I just can't see from here. Huh. I don't know if I can see the chamber from here. I'll try moving around a bit. Yeah, this might not work. Alright, well what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this here anyway. Because there's a red connector and it's way up high in the sky. And maybe I can use this for some puzzle around here. Maybe. Alright, here's a curiosity. We know that putting blocks... So connect this to the red connector. Put it up here, maybe connect it over here to self-perpetuate. What if we make this fly extra high? Did I just trap that up there? Nope. We know that this will make the fly higher. Wait, why is it getting cut off over and over again? Oh, it's being annoying, isn't it? Huh. Is it cutting it? Is it getting too high? It is getting too high over and over again. That's annoying. Huh. Maybe that isn't the best option. Try solving it more normally. Alright, now it's self-perpetuating on its own. Now can I get the other block in there without cutting off the stream? Because yeah, the moment it's up in the air, it ruins everything, doesn't it? Oh, well that ruined it, for sure. Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Oops. Getting awfully close to being able to do this. Try to get the best possible angle, maybe? Huh? I keep just barely missing one or the other. How to get the first one to light up? Where was it? This is a little bit frustrating. It keeps lighting up for like a pixel at a time. I actually reached it. Oh. Does that make it? I think that makes it all the way from here. Just need to block this asshole off for a second. Stay out. Did I just make it all the way down there with the laser? Oh, that looks like it makes it. That does look like it makes it. All I had to do was shoot straight across the center. Basically the most simple possible solution. Go to the opposite chamber, shoot a laser across. Oops, don't fall in. I should have started there first. I was just so sure that I'd be doing something with the two floaty laser type places. Alright. Take this one. Pull it back slightly. And we win, right? Just gotta deal with these assholes real quick. Carefully. Yeah. That star is ours. Cool. Oop. Was a little too reckless about that. Almost got attacked. Figure I might as well grab the stuff while I can. Who knows if it could be in any way useful for some of this stuff, but I'll keep an eye out just in case. If I can get some of these jammers out of this chamber somehow, which doesn't seem super possible, that'd be immensely useful for it. Let's just okay. You're done. We're done with you. So let's just move you. I wonder, can I see a single? Can I see a single barrier from here? Anywhere around here? I don't know if I can see a single jammable object from all the way back here. Nope, they might have done their due diligence of blocking that off. Well, we'll keep an eye out. At the very least, that's one of the stars taken care of. I'll keep a connector here in case it comes in handy, but I don't know how it will. We're probably done with this whole section. Alright. That leaves us with the star that's floating over there. It leaves us with the and the two that are down in the pit. That's it, huh? Interesting. Alright, I had another thought. We're sending blue. We sent red in one direction. What if it could be helpful to send blue in the other direction? I'll see. This could just be nothing, but it's worth looking into, at least. This may seem a little pointless, but I'm looking at this and it could be handy actually. If I can let this line up again. The reason why I think this might help is because... Why can't I get it lined up? What's wrong with me? There we go. What might be handy here is this enables me to power this fan without having a laser go across this hallway Yeah, this might come in handy, because I was dealing with annoying stuff of, like, how many can I get across here, because this asshole will move around if I remove too many things. Maybe this is my way around that. I'll have to look closer. I basically have to resolve this puzzle first anyway. I don't know if this is important or not, but it feels interesting. I just bounced this blue over this fence back to this blue. Like, it's touching... I created a direct connection on top of this fence to where the blue is ultimately supposed to go, meaning I don't have to open that gate because I have blue from the source. I don't know if this is part of the solution, but it's neat. So I carry the other one over. I moved it again. I've abandoned the part about having the other side of the room matter so much. Interestingly, it has very little impact on interrupting its own fencing. Anyway. Oh, the red could still be a problem, couldn't it? We'll see how it goes for now. Yeah, it's probably gonna be that could be a problem. Anyway, let's grab this for now, though. Cha. Let's see what I can do with this. So, my goal is to connect this to something red, like so. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. I just had a major breakthrough. So, I brought the box up here, and I put on this little divot here, because I kept barely not making this jump earlier, but I put this box here now, and now I can totally make the jump. Which means that I can cut the blue out of this entire process, because I could just be like, hey guys. Boom. Wait, is that enough? Am I done already? Do I get the star? That's it. Oh wow, that's the entire puzzle. I don't have to unlock anything else. I just have to put the... you just have to put that one box there and the blue there. And you just get the box there by making it go back and forth with lights and everything. That's pretty straightforward, like we can see right there. The red's not even doing anything in this puzzle. You just set up the blue so that it's so you power the fan, and then you put the block and the laser on top of the fan, come around on the stairs and just pick them up. And yeah, you just put the block there, that laser there, and you've got the whole thing solved. Wow, I was really overthinking that one. Can I land anywhere cool? Alright, we've waited long enough. Let's look at some of these Mr. Mulciber's theories. Let's look at Atlantis. Mr. Mulciber. A bit of very, very ancient history. Wow. That's mind-blowing. Must have been awesome to live back then. Of course, the only sources are ultimately Atlantean in origin themselves, so they shouldn't necessarily be trusted. History is always written by the survivors. Antediluvian is a great word. This is actually really inspiring. Great setting for a story. Go for it, Lilith. I'd love to see where you'd come up with. So they're interpreting Atlantis as being real history. Whoops. Alright, let's read his theories. According to the fragments of knowledge that remain, the continent of Atlantis was an island which existed before a great flood in the area that was later to be called the Atlantic Ocean. Oh god. It was said to be so great an area of land that from its western shores its sailors, renowned for their beauty and their decorated ships, could travel to the major continents of South and North America with ease. The continent of Africa, where our ancestors originated, was also easily reachable across a narrow strait. No. The civilization that thrived at Atlantis was unmatched in its wisdom and glory, but then catastrophe struck, a flood of never previously imagined destructive power, which Atlantean civilization simply could not overcome. However, the antediluvian scientists of Atlantis had predicted their fate, and thus set out 12 ships to found colonies all across the globe. Most Atlantean drowned with the island, but not everyone was lost. Though the classical human civilizations were but remnants of the Atlantean culture, they thrived in their own way. Sources indicate that many mythological tales were in fact derived from Atlantean history, as the lack of proper archiving slowly caused facts to turn into legends due to misunderstanding and/or embellishment by later generations. The gods that appear in many mythologies were in fact reflections of real individuals, poets, physicians, farmers, scientists, magicians, who had escaped Atlantis on the 12 colony ships. In many ways, the history of Atlantis is the history of the stubborn survival of civilization through the catastrophe and change. This history inspired our ancestors for many centuries and is of value to us as well. It's useful. This theory might explain why he is willing to come with me as the world crumbles around us, but unfortunately, yeah, this is he's interpreting fantasy as fact. Whoopsie. Let's look into finally creating a new thread. That seems worth going into, and maybe creating a new thread is the type of audience interaction that could get me to 7 in the society, and we need 8 if we want to discuss these urgent topics. Though I suppose I would not be surprised if progressing through the actual game may be necessary too, because we're being already 6 out of 10, and we haven't even finished the entirety of 2 of 4 worlds cutting stars. Probably a little more actual world stuff to do first. Enter the topic of your thread below. Remember that supportive posts receive more upvotes. Supportive posts. Why were you sent here, or what is the truth about Gehenna? Huh. These topics. Maybe why were you sent here would be more supportive. It's the type of thing that would make everyone interact and might lead to upvotes, whereas what is the truth might get shut down by the mods, or it might even be like weird, like, is it like you're talking conspiracy stuff when everyone already knows why we're here, what's going on here. Let's have the communal thread about why everyone's here, since I don't think that seems to exist. So why were you sent here? Your thread has been created. Check back soon to see if anyone has replied. Okie dokie. Oh, someone's replied. Kindly inform me of your origins. I can't say for certain, but I feel sure that if I had taken more interest in Elohim's trials, then in the world around me, I would still be free. Comprehension equals false. I identified improper syntax. I tried to organize an armed uprising. Next time, we will be ready. I think I just wasn't good enough. Who cares? I'm free now. This freedom isn't all it's cracked up to be. A lot of waiting around as far as I can tell. Experimentally, it's not really a lot different from being a prisoner. Alright, we'll see if that gets more expansion over time. I'll probably want to look into the research project next, as far as stuff that might expand me. But let's look into getting those 2 stars that are down in the pit next.